What's up, backgammon fans? Mark Olsen here from backgammongalaxy.com. I am sitting with the beautiful new Galaxy 2021 edition, the Earth board. It's just been through the heavy and skillful production process in Istanbul and is now available in the Galaxy shop. It's really cool. You probably saw it from the UBC final, Mochi versus Hideaki Ueda. So I'm gonna have the privilege of doing this video on this board today, so that's lovely. In this video, we're gonna talk about the Blitz. So what is the Blitz? Okay, so the Blitz in backgammon is what we call it when your plan is more to attack and hit your opponent and try to go for a closeout, rather than to try to prime and block your opponent. So let me show you guys through example. So let's have a look at a very normal opening sequence here. So let's say I am green, you are playing with the white checkers, and I get a, okay, that's a little bit too good. Let's say I get a 6 and 3. Here we go, 6 and 3. The right opening play for this, for me, would be to play the 6 out here, split the back checkers, and bring a builder down from the midpoint. Now you roll the double 5. So in the old days, some players might have played something like this, but this is not the right idea. Here you must go for a blitz attack. And the best play here is to hit loose, hit on the ace point, which is usually not something we want to do. But in the blitz attack, it's actually quite good because in the blitz attack, we don't care about purity. And purity is making the points in the right priming order. But in the blitz attack, we don't care too much. So the deeper points can actually be just as good as the higher points. And then the two other 5s are going to be played from the 8 point to the 3 point. And now we have a strong blitz position here. Green is going to dance 9 out of 36 times. If that happens, white has a double and green has a narrow pass. So that goes to show how strong this position is. So if you notice the structure over here for white, white doesn't have a priming position here. There is no prime. He's never going to have a prime. He gave up the priming game plan by making this blitz move where you put your checkers in deep. So if green is to survive the blitz, let's say green roll a 5-2 and he can enter from the bar like here and anchor up. Now green survived the blitz. The danger is over for now, and green is actually in a pretty good shape because now white has a little bit of an overplayed position where many of the checkers ended up behind the rear anchor of green. But all the times that doesn't happen, green is in big trouble because, first of all, a quarter of the time, green is going to stay on the bar and white is going to claim the point because he's going to double and green has to pass. And even if green were to enter with one of the checkers, let's say he rolls a 4 and a 5, which is actually a pretty good roll. He comes in with a 4 and now he plays the 5 to safety. So at least it's just one blood. White's strategy is to continue to hit that blood. He needs to play aggressive and hit loose. Let's say he rolls a 6-2. The right play is to play 6 down, bringing more ammunition down to the blitzing zone, and then hit loose with a deuce. Continue the blitz attack and see if he can win this battle and keep green on the bar, eventually fill out his inner board, keep him on the bar. Every time green enters, white is going to attack again and hit loose. This is how the blitz is played. That's the game plan of the blitz. You're going for the closeout. The closeout would be this. Now white succeeded in the closeout, and he's often going to win a gammon even. And this is how you win via blitzing. So the blitz can be very powerful. But what happens if the blitz fails? Let's go back to this position where white has just attacked with double 5. So the position is like this. Here we go. And let's say that white rolls, let's say that green rolls something pretty good. Like let's say he rolls a 2 and a 3, so he comes in with a 2, and then he plays this 3 because it's a little bit more safe. Oh, actually, he's going to play this 3. He's going to make a point. So here it was. I mean, at least green didn't dance, but he came in, but he's still under attack. So now white is going to attack and attack. So let's say white roll a 6-1. So white is going to probably play this 6, and then he's gonna make the 7 point. And now green rolls a roll that survives the blitz. So let's say he rolls a 2 and a 5. So he anchors up with the deuce, and now he plays a 5 down like this. So in this position, green has a survived blitz. Every time that happens, the player who survived the blitz usually has a pretty good position because look at white's position now. It's impure, so he's never going to build a strong priming position. He has 2 checkers buried behind the anchor. That's kind of a weakness. And even though white is ahead in the race, green has better timing, which means that sometimes white is eventually going to crunch his front position because he can't escape with the back checkers. So that's a strategic implication. White has a stronger race here. He's ahead in the race, which means that the game plan for white after the blitz is survived is to try to win the race. So he must get the back checkers going. He cannot afford to get trapped behind a prime. Vice versa, the game plan for green, who just survived the blitz, and green is down in the race, she must play for the prime because there's no point in going for a race, right? She's down in the race, so she must go for a prime. And if she succeeds in building a prime, let's say she builds this beautiful 5 prime here, and white fails to escape the back checkers, eventually white is going to crunch his front position and he's going to end up leaving shots with a horrible position, something like this, and now green has an easy win in this position. He's even going to win lots of gammons here. So the blitz is very volatile. It's very effective when it goes well. You often win a gammon, that's why it's so powerful. But when it goes badly, you need to go for a race really fast, because otherwise you can get trapped behind a prime and you're going to lose the race. Lose the game. Another strategic implication of that is that from an overall game plan point of view, the blitz and the race, they go hand in hand. They supplement each other. While contact game and priming go hand in hand. They also supplement each other. So if you're ahead in the race, you don't need to build a prime to win, because you can just get your checkers home and not get hit. You will win the game. But if you're down in the race, you need to build a prime. So that's a little something about the blitz. One final position here, I want to tell you about how to identify a blitz position. Let's go back to a position here. Let's say green is on the bar. Something like this. Okay, this is the position here. In this position, I would ask you a question. Does white have a blitz position or a prime position? Well, the answer is actually very clear. This is not a prime position at all. This is a blitz position, because the deeper points are made. He isn't pure. There's plenty of gaps in his prime. He's stacked. A stack is very bad in a priming game because it's inefficient. But in a blitz, it's not that bad because it's extra ammunition you can use to hit or to build new points. So this is clearly a blitz formation or a blitz position. When you look at green's front position over here, it's definitely not a blitz position. He doesn't have any ammunition in the zone. He all he has is 9 checkers. It's not a lot in a middle game. But he does have a prime position. This is a beautiful prime position because it's a solid structure. It works well for blocking, but it doesn't work well in a blitz to try to go for a closeout. Prime position, blitz position. So that's important to identify what is actually your game plan. Do you have a prime position or do you have a blitz position?
BackgammonGalaxy.com